going on, guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle. Today I have another PU match just because PU is fun as hell, and yes, this is against Viz from Twitter. Looking at my opponent's team, there is some big things that I'm worried about, including the Mawile. My team does not really handle that all that well, along with some stuff like the Gourgeist actually is a problem, and it's got the throw, so overall, a pretty well-balanced team there, and let's go ahead and just hop into the battle. Alright, so I wasn't really too sure what they were going to want to lead off with, so I send out my trusty steed, my boy Mudweiser, as she actually ends up leading off with her Quillfish. So this isn't the best matchup for me, obviously, and I do know that Mudsdale is going to be looking really useful against a lot of her attackers, so I'm going to switch out directly here, and I'm going to bring in my Silvally. I was actually expecting this thing to set up some type of hazards or something, but it actually just ends up going right for the liquidation, trying to land that on Mudsdale, but Goldally can actually handle that pretty nicely. And at this point, I know that she's going to want to switch out here, so predicting that, I'm going to go for the parting shot, as she actually ends up bringing in the Alolan Raichu, ready to catch some sweet swells. As I do go for the parting shot, gonna get rid of that thing's special attack and attack. So that's pretty damn nice, and this actually allows me a decent play here as I'm able to bring in my Alolan Raticate for free, and this is a perfect matchup for me because predicting the switch here, I'm just gonna go right for the Pursuit as it does try to switch out, and that is luckily gonna be able to take out the Alolan Raichu, so that's a pretty big threat out of the way, and that parting shot play worked out perfectly for me, so that's one down. And now she's gonna bring in the Mawile. This thing I'm actually really worried about. I don't know what set it's gonna be running. I'm hoping it's not Swords Dance or something. I'm just going to switch directly into my Mudsdale, pretty fit to handle this thing, and I'm actually going to catch a Play Rough right to the face, and unfortunately gets a critical hit there, which does kind of suck, although it is going to activate my stamina, and after the leftovers, it's looking like with the defense boost, I should be able to take another attack from this thing, so it's actually going to end up switching out here, as I'm just going to go right for an Earthquake on the incoming Quillfish. It's going to come in and intimidate me, because that's a scary-ass balloon right there. You don't want to get poked by that thing. In Soviet Russia, balloon poke you. But I go for the Earthquake. It is going to knock it down to its Focus Sash. I wish I had Stealth Rock up for that reason. Now, unfortunately, I don't really have anything that wants to really come in on a liquidation from this thing, so I decided to just kind of leave Budweiser in here. I know that I'll be able to take at least one attack from it because of the defense boost, and then I can finish this thing off with just one more Earthquake. So I lived that liquidation nicely, and at this point, all I really gotta do is shake the ground a little bit, and that is gonna be a dead-ass balloon. So it's kind of cool to see that thing go down, because now I don't have to worry about the hazards, toxic spikes or any spikes or anything happening. None of them spike shenanigans, so that's cool. That's a dead Quillfish, and at this point, I kind of wish that I would have switched out against that Quillfish, kind of just conserving some health on my Mudsdale, just because it's the really only answer I have to that Mawile. But she's gonna bring in the Gourgeist here. Unfortunately, it does outspeed me. There's really no reason to switch out here. I just let Mudsdale go down to that thing. So spooky ass Pumpkin is able to finish me off, and that does kind of suck losing my defense wall. But this allows me a free switch into my Bananasaur. Tropius comes out looking nice, and I actually expected her to want to stay in here and go for the Will-O-Wisp. I actually have the Lumberry with Harvest for that reason, and then I was trying to stack as many Dragon Dances as possible, but I go for the Dragon Dance, and she actually ends up switching into the Mawile here. So unfortunately, I actually don't have Earthquake on this Tropius, which would be really nice against this Mawile, but I do have to switch out here because I don't want to lose that thing, and I'm just going to switch right into my Goldally, basically just to kind of Death Fodder this thing to be able to get a free matchup. I was kind of just looking at it, and Silvally didn't look all that useful anymore, so I take a Play Rough and die. But it does allow me to freely go into Kingler here, and I don't want to make any risky plays. I'm just going to go right for the liquidation, hoping that this thing stays in, but unfortunately, she's just going to go into the Gourgeist. I should have gone for the knockoff there, but, you know, that Mawile is just such a big threat, I didn't want to make any, you know, dire misplays. So the liquidation's not going to do a whole lot to the Pumpkin, obviously, kind of just waters him and stuff, as I get hurt by a little bit of Rocky Helmet, which sucks. But I know that a knockoff isn't going to be able to take that thing out, and I was actually expecting to see a Will-O-Wisp here, but she actually just ends up going right for the Seed Bomb as I switch into Starvin' Marvin here. I take that pretty damn nicely, and I'm just going to go right for a Dark Pulse here, hoping it stays in, but the switch into the Liepard comes, and it's not really the end of the world for me here. The Dark Pulse is actually going to do a pretty decent amount of damage with the critical hit, which is nice, and I figure I might as well just stay in here. He actually ends up going for the Pursuit, which is nice because I don't switch. I am able to live that, and then I can just fire off a nice little energy ball, and that is going to be a dead Liepard. So those things are actually pretty damn annoying, so it's nice to see that thing go down. And at this point, she's going to bring back in the Pumpkin, and honestly, I keep getting outsped dead by this damn pumpkin. I don't know what the hell the deal is, but I stay in here, just try to go for a Dark Pulse, but it does actually outspeed me, and a Foul Play is going to take care of Marvin, which does suck because Marvin's pretty damn useful. Hits like a freaking truck, but yeah, that thing is dead as hell. So now all I can really do here is go into my Kingler. I need to be able to whittle this thing down as much as possible, so I go for the knockoff, get rid of that Rocky Helmet, hope that it kills, but unfortunately it leaves it with red HP. And this actually allows it to go for a nice little Synthesis, which is going to bring it back up to a pretty decent health here. Since I already got rid of the item, now my knockoff isn't going to be that powerful anymore, so that does kind of suck. But my main goal here is to kind of just end up this matchup with that Gourgeist in killable range. So I go for one more knockoff, and this allows it to go for a nice little Seed Bomb, and that is going to be a dead Kingler. So no more cookies today, and that's, you know, that's sad. So the only good news about Kingler going down is that I can bring in my freaking Raticate, who is fit to handle this stupid pumpkin. I eat pumpkins for fucking breakfast, so I go for a nice little Pursuit, and that is going to kill that thing. No more Halloween in January, so it's nice to see that thing go down, and at this point, all she has left is the Throw and the Mawile. So in comes the Throw. The only real thing I have to do here is go ahead and activate that young Normalium Z, and I will be able to hit this thing pretty damn hard with a Breakneck Blitz. So Raticate's looking pissed off, ready to just absolutely unleash on this thing, breaking some necks, cashing some checks, you know, the whole drill. So unfortunately though, Throw is pretty damn thick, and it is able to actually live this. Raticate's pretty fat. You'd think that would hurt quite a bit, but it lives it in with red HP, and it is able to finish me off with a Circle Throw. So that does kind of suck. And you tried your best, Raticate. I'm still proud of you. But yeah, so this thing's over here in easily killable range, and all I have left is my Tropius. So the only real option I have here is to try to set up as many Dragon Dances as I can to be able to finish off the Mawile with a few Leaf Blades. So she's actually going to end up switching directly into the Mawile here as I go for a Dragon Dance. And I'm really just hoping that this thing doesn't have a 2-hit KO on me. So I get that +1. Honestly, Tropius needs about 4 Dragon Dances to be able to, you know, like scratch anything. So I go for another one here, get that +2 working. And be afraid of the bananas, because they're about to just unleash on yo ass. So the Mawile does go for an Iron Head here, and luckily I do take less than half from that. So I'm like, hey, there's a chance. So I go for the Leaf Blades, and unfortunately it just does not do very much damage at all. I don't have anything really on this Tropius for the damn Mawile, so that sucks. I actually live that with 1 HP, which is amazing, and this allows me to go for a Roost, just to kind of just try to stay alive at this point. And I really just need a critical hit from the Leaf Blade, honestly. But another Iron Head comes. I live with 5 HP this time, and I figure I'm getting nowhere quick, so I just gotta go for another Leaf Blade here. Unfortunately, it does not take that thing out, and then this thing is able to finish me off with the one more Play Rough. So I'm gonna take the L on that one, but I really wish I had Earthquake on my Tropius. That would have made this battle a lot more interesting on my side. But Tropius, he tries his best. He's in PU for a reason. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. As always, hit that like button on this video if you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe for some more Wi-Fi battles in the near future. Peace out.